Alright, let's go over the Warframe weekly reset. Arcana Mara is back, so we've got a chance to get a red shard. It looks like the first mission is a sabotage. Then also this weekend we had a double affinity boost, which we have 13.5 hours left as of this moment of making the video. For circuit, our base frames are Nidus, Octavia, and Harrow. Now, out of these three, if you're wondering what to pick, I would recommend either Harrow or Nidus, because Octavia, you can get her from a quest. Nidus is a pain in the ass because you got to do that special mission over on Ares, which has a chance to drop one of his parts every 4 rounds. And then Harrow, his systems are available, it's like as a chance every 20 minutes during a kuva survival. So these two are a pain in the butts, so they're definitely worth picking up if you don't have them. So that's up to you how you want to do those, but Octavia, you get her from a quest, like I said, so it's not too bad. Now for our Incaron adapters, we have the Bow, Latron, Furis, Furax, and the Strun. Now me personally, I've tried the Strun and the Furis. The Furis is super strong. Strun is pretty strong. But the Latron also, I've had some people tell me that this weapon is really amazing. But the Bow and the Furax, I don't know anything about, like Incaron adapter wise. So if you guys tried this out, leave a comment down below. Let me know if they're actually like worth a pickup. Are they actually super strong? I don't know. I've never really tried these. But if we scroll on over, we've got riven mods and kuva. Now for Prime Resurgence, we do have Equinox and Wukong Prime, along with their weapons. So if you're farming some Aya, you could be cracking these relics here to hopefully get a few parts and get these Warframes, or their weapons if you're missing those. Now Wukong, I used to play a lot of Wukong. Had fun with Wukong. Now for Teshin, we can check and see what he's got for the weekly reward. It is a rifle ribbon mod for 75 steel essence. I'll go ahead and pick up this cipher. And while we're here in the relay, we can also talk to Ergo Glast and see what we can get for the Tenno weapons, or T-net weapons, Tenno. T-net weapons, we got the Furax 47% heat, Grigori 47% impact, Livia 25% impact, Exact, we have magnetic 28%, and the Agendas at 56% heat. Oh boy, that's like the biggest one here, 56%. Let's see here, that was right. Yeah, 56% on the Agendas. I guess that's how you say it. I don't know. These do require corrupted hollow keys, so you're going to have to farm either void fissure missions on the railjack or T-net sisters. They also drop those too after you complete the whole get up. Now for Nora, we do have a few aura mods we can go over. We have shield disruption. We also have infested impotence. We have pistol scavenger, holster amp, enemy radar, energy siphon, rifle scavenger, EMP aura, and loot detector. That looks like that's about it for the aura mods, but as for recommendations, I would say energy siphon's like okay, especially if you're like beginning in the end game, but it doesn't really give you a whole lot of energy. It's only 0.6 per second. What is it? Energy Nexus gives you 3 a second, so that's totally worth a pickup. You're not going to get that until you get to Helvania, 1999, or if you got somebody in your clan or a buddy who's done it already to pass one over to you, those will help out a lot more than this energy siphon. Then shield disruption is totally worth a pickup. Holster amp, this could be pretty good because on equip squad gains 60% weapon damage for 3 seconds, so whenever you swap your weapons you can give yourself a little 3-second boost. And other than that, you can pick them up as you go to complete your collection. Now as for weapons, we have the Dark Sword Blueprint, which is totally worth a pickup whether you're using it for more MR fodder or just to use as a regular weapon. You need to be mastery rank 8 to use this. Looks like it has a pretty decent status chance. Yeah, that's the only weapon that we have for this week with Nora. So for the Hex rewards this week, we have for the first reward an Working Catalyst or an Emerald Archon Shard. I'm gonna go for that shard. I mean, if you really need a Catalyst blueprint, you can go for that, but I totally recommend shards for sure. Second reward, we got a Riven or an Arcane. Then we have an Excellence Weapon Adapter Blueprint or an Arcane. The next reward is a Forma or a double Arcane pack. Then the last page, we have an Working Reactor Blueprint with a Forma or a Excellence Weapon Adapter Blueprint or an Excellence Warframe Adapter. And then with Eleanor, we can go through and check our Coda weapons that we have almost 2 days left on. And we have the Catalyst, 57% radiation. We have magnetic on the HEMA at 25%, Meyer 52% radiation, Motivore 27% toxin, Pox 32% toxin, Sportrix we have 28% impact, and the Torxica at 52% cold. So we have the Torxica, and it looks like, what was the other one? And then we have the Meyer at 52% radiation, and then what was the HEMA? That was the Catalyst at 57% radiation. So we have 3 weapons that aren't 60%, but they're pretty darn close. And while we're here, we might as well check out the Archimedia, see what our missions and things are for the week. We have an Exterminate, Defense, and Assassination. And then debuffs, we have Ammo Deficit, Fractured Armor, Undersupplied, and Transference Distortion. Now this one is one of the ones that really messes me up because I like going into Operator. It's a good savior for me, but looks like I'm not going to be able to use that this week with Temporal. And then if we hit up the Sanctum, we can go over here to Bird and go to Shiny Treasures. And we've got a yellow shard for this week for 30,000 standing. Then while we're here, we'll go ahead and check the Archimedia for this, which looks like we have an Exterminate, Alchemy, and an Assassination for this as well. And then for the debuffs, we have Frame Curse Syndrome, Ability Overload, Fractured Armor, and Gear Embargo for this. So I know a lot of people like to use their gear wheel, throw out like a Spectre or something, so it looks like we won't be able to this week if you have everything equipped, debuff wise. Well guys, that was the Warframe Weekly Reset. Like I said, let me know anything about the bow or the Furax and Incaron adapters if you guys have tried those out. I'm actually pretty curious. I'm probably gonna have to farm those up eventually for myself. But the only problem is I kind of burnt myself out on the circuit runs. And I think a lot of people are feeling the same on that. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next one.